Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the. This is for the March 25th eclipse, and yes, it's a little bit early, but I want to get these out so that I can do the April eclipse as well, which is on April 8th. But you have this distant horizon card and this house card. This eclipse is happening in Libra. I don't know. I can't remember if I said that at the beginning of the reading, but it is happening in your sign. It is a pretty positive eclipse, and so I think that, it should be pretty positive for you just in general. And you have the moon here, so there you go. But, again, I think that for you, it could be very positive. Let's see what the outcome is here, and it's a victory. So, like I said, there could be some sort of victory or something positive coming in for you. You have this distant horizon card and this house card. Some of you could be trying to move. Again, whenever we have an eclipse, we could be trying to eclipse something out of our life. We could be trying to cut something out of our life. The Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice, removing one thing so that you can have something better, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you were thinking about moving. It doesn't have to happen right now. Again, eclipses can last for about 6 months. Really, I say that, when we go through something energetically, like astrology, we don't ever really stop experiencing the energy. The whole point of going through something in the astrology is so that you can learn from it and then do something with it forever. So, it cracks me up when people are like, I can't wait for this retrograde to be over so that I can move on. But it's like, well, you can move on right now, number one, if you just learn the lesson from it and then continue to use the lesson or continue to, get something from it. So astrology is not here to punish us, but, it is here to teach us something that we keep learning. So, again, the reason I'm saying this is because I do feel like some of you, it could be a little longer than 6 months for if you are hoping to move. But for others, not. I feel you could be moving pretty soon if that's what you want here. For others, I feel like there are some changes that you're thinking about making with this distant horizon card here, and I would make those changes. Like if you're thinking about making certain changes for the future, like your job or your career or whatever, I would do it. It looks like you should. You have the Eight of Swords coming up in your first position, your general energies. The Eight of Swords can be self-imposed restriction or feeling stuck or feeling trapped. So I feel like for some of you, you kind of feel stuck or trapped or have been in a situation, and you're hoping to be set free, or you're hoping to set yourself free from wherever you're feeling stuck or trapped. I actually don't feel too bad about it. Your crossing energy, which can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross, is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be, of course, an admirer or love offer. It is your crossing energy, so maybe some of you are worried about finding love, or maybe you're worried that you're never going to find love or that you have to settle. You literally have this card that says settling on it, and it basically says don't settle, I think. I can't read it from here, but I'll read it to you in just a minute. So I definitely feel this is saying, like, don't settle. I do also feel that some of you have been trying to accomplish something. The Page of Cups can be a dream. We don't know, but that fish in his cup there might not exist. So sometimes I feel like that fish can be part of your dream, something that you're trying to accomplish or something that you desire to have in your life, part of an adventure. You have the Knight of Wands here as well. And so some of you might be struggling to accomplish that dream. I think that part of it is in your mind. You have the Nine of Swords in the area of your thoughts. The Nine of Swords is around, stuck thinking. It is like a never-ending nightmare. It's going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel for a lot of you, you are trying to change your situation, or you're trying to turn your situation around, at the very least, with the Nine of Swords. But the Nine of Swords in the area of thoughts, like it's not great, but it's also not terrible. I think that this is mostly saying, Libra, that this eclipse, it would be a good time for you to change your story, right? It would be a good time for you to look at the thoughts that you're thinking, the things that you think about, the things that you put into your brain, like the information that you consume. And I think it would be a really good time to make sure that you are filling your head with more positive information, or that you are filling your head with positive thoughts and all that other stuff. So I would make sure to keep it positive with the Nine of Swords. I feel the Nine of Swords, I always say, is my card that says you can be the bug or the windshield. You can be, the person. You can be the bug basically getting hit by the windshield, or you can be the immovable force, and it's mostly a choice. So I would choose to be the immovable force. Now, you have the Knight of Wands in the area of your foundation. I kind of do, with this and the Nine of Swords there, I do get kind of like back and forth thinking, mostly. Knight of Wands, can represent kind of in and out energy or something that's spontaneous or inconsistent. But I'm actually getting that you do need to be spontaneous in this reading. I think that embracing like a more spontaneous energy at this time during the eclipse and after the eclipse could be really, just could lead to opportunities that you're not aware of is kind of what I'm getting. The Knight of Wands says he kind of sets off on a journey. And I look at him as a true builder in the tarot. He's got these 3 pyramids right here, and those pyramids kind of represent the mysteries of the universe. So I feel for some of you that there are like some mysteries that exist in the world and or your personal life that you are trying to solve. And the Knight of Wands says going on an adventure and being spontaneous is going to lead to a lot of success. Even the 8 of Swords is thinking only one way of doing things. The Knight of Wands, he sets out with a goal in mind, but he doesn't really care how he accomplishes that goal. He just goes on the journey. He just sees where he is being led. He just trusts that he's going in the right direction, right? And so I feel that for some of you with the Knight of Wands, I feel like it's saying that you need to trust that you're moving in the right direction. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty or good things happening after a difficult period of time. It's coming up in your past position. This can be the energy that you're moving past. I do feel like for some of you that maybe something no longer makes you happy, but I don't mean this in like an ungrateful bad way or anything like that, Libra. I just think sometimes, we just don't enjoy something any longer, right? I'm sure that you don't enjoy playing with the toys that you played with when you were a child, for example, right? There are new things that you enjoy doing and new hobbies and new ideas that you like to think about or embrace, right? So I kind of feel that this whole entire reading here, well, this part, to the moon is talking about kind of being in a little bit of limbo. And what I mean by limbo is like sometimes I think we don't know what we enjoy in life or, we don't know what brings us happiness or what we would enjoy doing with our life or what our purpose is. So I get like a lot of that questioning energy between 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, the moon, but I think it's going to change because you end with the Ace of Swords. You have this chalice that says rejuvenation and fulfillment. You have this hourglass that says time is of the essence. So I don't think you're running out of time or anything like that, but again, I feel maybe you feel like you're running out of time, and I don't feel that's true. So I would let your fears go, especially around time, or if you feel like you're running out of time. The other reason I say that is because you have this settling card in the area of your very near future. It says your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. Allow yourself the time and the space to evolve and find your true path. Yes, the whole entire reading basically says that. You have the self-made card. It says you will become rich or successful by your own efforts. Sometimes you must be obsessed in order to be successful. So there you go. Number one, no settling. If you feel like you're running out of time in love or whatever, definitely a bad idea to settle on a person, right? And just be like, I guess I'll just go with this one here. I would make sure that you're doing something that's right, not just doing something in the moment, right? But I do feel maybe you feel a little bit like you're running out of time. So there's like a little bit of pressure, but I would change that around in your head. I would make sure that you're staying positive. You have the moon, and none of us can see the future, right? Is what the moon says. The moon represents a period of darkness, and I always say that there is this path that goes to these mountains in the background. And the mountains in the tarot can represent a challenge, but they also represent an achievement. It's also very interesting that at the end, the Ace of Swords, the sword, is above the mountains, and it literally represents the fact that there will always be obstacles in life, but you will always be able to overcome those obstacles and be successul. So it seems to me like you are going to become successful, or you are going to conquer something with the moon card. We'll see. In the area of the next few months, you have the Page of Swords, definitely in this period of exploration, I would say. So don't be afraid to be playful, is what I would say to you here, Libra. The Page of Swords can be, someone spying on you, blah, blah, blah. I don't really feel like that's what this is. I feel the Page of Swords is you being curious, exploring new ideas, new ways of doing things, new forms of fulfillment, and that's what I would be doing here. This reading is very clear to me, Libra. I think that this is mostly what it's talking about is, exploring new ideas, being spontaneous. I don't think I finished this, but the Knight of Wands, he sets out with a goal, and he doesn't really care how he gets there. So he starts working towards the goal, and if he has to pivot, if he has to make a change, he just pivots. He just makes a change. He does something different. So don't I would say be flexible at this time. You have the Ten of Wands in the area of your closest relationships. Some of you might be really busy right now with the Ten of Wands coming up in this area. Personally, I really like the Ten of Wands because the Ten of Wands, he is carrying those 10 wands, but he's about to reach his home or his village here, and he's about to have a harvest. Those 10 wands represent something that he planted. So I feel a lot of you just might not be as social or at this time or after the eclipse, and you also might be kind of like working hard on, projects, businesses, whatever it is that you're doing. That could say that it would be good to, make time for people who you care about. In the area of your future feelings, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands, feeling bold, feeling assertive, feeling like a boss, right? So I definitely feel that you have bossed up in the future, which is great. Your outcome is very positive. So, I would say that for a lot of you, that if you've been on a rocky road or if things have not been as successful as you want them to be, then I see a lot of success here. I also feel that some of you could be meeting a fire sign, or there could be a fire sign that's coming in for you, or you think there's a fire sign coming in for you or something. So again, if you want love, definitely could be a fire sign. Could be any sign, general reading. Your outcome is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory or success. So I do feel like there could be some sort of big victory coming in for you here with the Ace of Swords. And I feel like this victory will kind of make you very happy. I also do feel like you're cutting something out. This right here is a palm frond. This is an olive branch. Palm fronds in the tarot can represent a sacrifice or, cutting something out. And the olive branch can represent an offer peace, but it can also represent abundance coming in for you. So I do feel that energy of you kind of like cutting something out here so that you can have something better in your life. It's almost like you're making space for something amazing, right? You have this bat, spirit says rebirth is assured, could be a rebirth as well. And you have this koala, it says spirit has a plan. So you are being guided at this time. And I feel like you need to kind of like trust that guidance from the universe or from your inner voice, whatever it is. So again, this reading is pretty straightforward. Let's see what we get. With the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're focusing on your own independence, focusing on getting yourself to a place where you can take care of yourself, Libra. As always, Libra, I would definitely make sure to pay attention to your environment. I've been saying to you for like 2 years now that, or at least 3 years maybe at this point. I don't know if you remember, but like 3 years ago, I did those environment readings that I can't find. But they're definitely somewhere on my channel. And I did those readings because because you kept getting the Nine of Pentacles. Nowadays, it's like you keep getting the Seven of Pentacles, although it hasn't shown up yet in this reading. The Nine of Pentacles is about your environment. And it's funny that I said that on the Nine of Swords, that I would be very careful of what you're feeding your brain in this reading. That Nine of Swords is showing up in the area of your thoughts, but it might not be real. Again, the whole point of the Nine of Swords is that he's uncomfortable, but he's not uncomfortable enough to make a change. He has this comfort blanket right here, and so it kind of represents a comfort zone. So again, he's like in discomfort. He's experiencing pain, but it's not quite painful enough for him to make a change. So again, there might be certain things you have to sacrifice, that are certain things that are causing pain that you have to let go of so you can move forward. And here you go. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Six of Cups, literally in the area of your thoughts here. You could be thinking about a past person. Doesn't have to be. This could just be you thinking about, the way things used to be, how work used to be easier, or how whatever you did used to be easier. And I feel that this is saying it's time to evolve and grow. You have that distant Horizons card, and that distant Horizons card is all about evolution, or kind of like futuristic thinking, or being more innovative at this time. And again, we have Pluto going into Aquarius, so it definitely could be a very futuristic time, or a time where we need to be thinking more about the future or our own future and how we can make it something worth living. And so I feel that. Also, we go down to the Page of Swords here. So, tapping into that, your inner child, being more playful, like I said, would be a good idea. Here you go. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords. For you to have the victory, I would go on the adventure. It is interesting. Knight of Wands goes up to the King of Wands. Sometimes I do feel that the Knight of Wands is truly the only knight that wants to be the king, if that makes sense. Like, he's the only one that is actively going for it. He's the only one that maybe has that as his end goal, right? So I feel that for some of you. I do feel like some of you could be holding on to something. I don't think this is true for all of you, but I do feel for some of you right here going up, and then we have the Ace of Swords again. It's kind of like saying that you could be holding on to something, and it's like once you release it is when something new can obviously enter into your life, but you have to make the space, right? With the Ten of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. I'm going to show you here again. Queen of Swords only has clouds. halfway up her body, and she's looking towards the future, which is amazing. So again, maybe some of you already have sacrificed your 10 of cups, like a person that you thought you would be interested in, or a person that you thought you would be with for the rest of your life, and it just didn't work out. And so now you're more future focused, which I do feel is a good thing. The Queen of Swords is also the truth, and we have the Ace of Swords twice, which can represent the truth. And so I feel for a lot of you that there could be some sort of truth being revealed here, or you could be seeing the truth of the matter. And I feel like the truth that you're seeing is the Moon card, believe it or not. So yes, the Moon is not the truth, right? The Moon can represent secrets, or a lie even, or an illusion. But what I would say is that going through here, the Moon can represent a path or a journey. Again, there is a path straight down the middle of the Moon, and it's part of the Fool's journey. And the whole point of the Moon is that you have to release your emotional armor to go down this path, or to start this journey. And you also have to climb those mountains. So, again, I feel like some of you are going on this path. With the Moon, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords says take the risk. Five of Swords is winning. I personally like the Five of Swords. Like, yes, it can be a card of a toxic person or a separation, and maybe you are going through a separation, but this guy here, he has won. So I feel like some of you are going to take the risk on whatever this Moon is, and it's going to lead to some sort of like victory or success. With the Page of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, card of resourcefulness. You always get the Queen of Pentacles as well with me. Again, no other sign gets so many repeating cards. You are the only one that gets cards that repeat so much, by the way, Libra. But, what I would say is, I would focus on your resources. It looks like you want to be focusing on your resources anyway. You have the self-made card, which says you will become rich, or you will become successful or rich by your own efforts. So, that looks amazing. I love that. And there's definitely a lot of abundance here. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Death card. The Death card is, of course, a card of a transformation or death, releasing something. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be, going through a transformation. Finally, I feel like you're coming out of your cocoon here. You have that Rebirth as assured card, the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands would be a lot of work on your own, which when you think about it, caterpillar, it has to turn into caterpillar soup before it becomes a butterfly. And so I feel like you've been going through a deep transformation for a long time, and it's like you're getting ready to reveal this transformation. So, and we see that a lot here. Even the Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, very independent energies, doing something on your own. So again, I feel like you could be, revealing some sort of transformation. With the King of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. It could be love coming in for you here if you want love. Could be an earth sign, of course. Could be a fire sign. Could be any sign, general reading. I like the King of Pentacles for love. It's like a person who wants to make things work for the long haul, a person who wants to be together for a very long period of time, or wants to create something where you are together for a long time. So I definitely feel that for you here. I also feel if you are working on your finances, King of Pentacles represents long-term stable finances, so really good. For your outcome, you have the Four Cups. I feel like you're realizing that you just have to mix things together. Four cups, this guy here, he's manifested these 4 cups in front of him. And those 4 cups, like imagine he's trying to manifest a cake. He's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, but he just needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven and he will have a cake. So I feel for a lot of you that you just need to mix things together here with the 4 cups and you will have a cake is what I would say. So that looks amazing to me. But let's see what is going on for you here. You have this younger woman card. It says dealings with relationships with a younger woman. You have a staff. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. So if you're going through anything difficult, I think that Spirit has your back here. You have this horse. It says short journey on it. Knight of Wands. I would say any journeys that you could go on. This could be literal, like you could be traveling or moving or anything like that. But I feel that would be a good idea. But I also feel that the Knight of Wands is more talking about journeys of knowledge. Where you become interested in an idea or you come up with like a plan for your life and you just educate yourself on whatever that plan is. It doesn't mean you have to, follow through on the plan or definitely, do the plan, whatever you come up with. But anything you can do to, learn about something, it would be good for you. You have this ring card. It says a marriage will take place either romantic or in business. So yeah, for some of you, could be love. I definitely do see love here if you release the past for sure. I also feel that for others that this could be something business related. Nine of Pentacles. You have that self-made card. You have the You have that the King of Pentacles as well. So if you are kind of committing to a business, you could also be getting like a business partner as well, or working together with a person. I think that would be very good. This is what I got excited about. You have this V. It says victory in some endeavor. Clearly, there are big victories coming in for you here, Libra. And I feel like these victories are going to lead to a lot of success. So love it. You have this ear, it says good news on it. So there could also be good news coming in for you. And you do have pages. Sometimes I feel like pages are messengers, and so there could be good news coming in for you. But this looks really, really good, Libra. I like where this is going. I feel it's really a simple reading, not very complicated. It, pretty straightforward in what you have to do. But I would also say a lot of victory cards here. Ace of Swords twice, the victory card. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.